Hey everyone, this is Vanessa with SweetRoseBabies.com, a newborn family and child photographer. Today I am going to show you how to bring an underexposed image back to life. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to just show you how quickly this edit can be done. So I'm going to edit the image start to finish real quick, and then I'm going to go back, reset, and I will show you exactly how I did what I did. Okay, so here we go. This is the start to finish, no explanation. So what happened here was mom and baby stepped backwards behind a tree line when I was shooting, and I did not have time to reset my camera before catching these moments. And normally I like to get things right in camera, but this moment was too sweet and this picture was too sweet not to save. So here I am saving the picture. They were so cute. This little one is just 19 months old and as cute as a button. So see how quickly we're saving this image that otherwise I could have thrown out because it was so dark. This is meticulous because it was like 90 degrees outside with 70% humidity. Yeah, even right after sunset. So that was horrible. Oops. Not meaning to do that yet. Okay, so that's about what I would do. So now I'm going to show you before we got into Photoshop and after, and I can show you invert. Well, let me save this for you so I can show you. Alright, so where did that go? Sometimes bridge on this Mac really likes to be crazy. Here we go. There it is. Okay, so that's how quickly I could edit it from start to finish. And then here, I just wanted to show you, I wanted to bring that up so I could show you the difference. So there's before and after. So you might look at this image and think, ugh, just throw it out. Well, I think that's a pretty good save right there. So it helps even to know, in the beginning what you would have done differently. So I would have bumped the ISO up and overexposed very slightly if I were shooting this, if I had gotten a second chance. So you can see over here on the histogram, it is a little overexposed. There's a tiny bit of clipping here, and I'm betting it's probably in this bow right here. Yeah. Anyway, let me explain now what I did. So first things first, you need to correct the white balance. And this is so easy because I use this trio target, which I got from Adorama, and I think it's $24. And this one will help you set your exposure and your white balance if you use it properly. So I'm going to use the eyedropper tool in the gray to set the white balance for this image. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up, like I said, the exposure as I would have in camera if I got a redo. So I'm going to bring it up. Oh, not that much. Probably about there. I think that's around where I did it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the highlights because clearly we have blown out way too much detail in her dress, and I think that dress is so adorable, and you know Mom picked it because of that detail, so let's not blow that out. Even though their skin doesn't look too bad, oh, right here we're getting close. Really close on the reds here on her cheek to being blown out. But anyway, we don't want to blow out this dress because you know Mom bought that for a reason. So we're going to bring down the highlights and watch. See how it just brings down the brightest parts of the image, which are the highlights, and not the overall brightness of the image. So, whoops, I let go of my mouse. So I'm going to bring them all the way down. Still some clipping over here. That's okay with me. It's probably in this pink of her dress, and looks like over here a little bit on Mom. Hit the clipping mask. Yeah. A little blown out. But that's okay with me. I think it still looks really good, personally, and it's my image, so I can do what I want. I'm going to zoom in here. Actually, kind of want it at 100% so I can see, as per earlier. I want to get rid of some of the grain I created while overexposing in Photoshop. Or if you're in camera overexposing with your ISO, you're going to get a little more grain. By the way, this is a raw image. If you're working with a JPEG, it's a whole different ballgame. Recovering those little details, not going to happen as well. So I'm going to reduce noise. And that looks pretty good, pretty smooth to me. So that's it for the raw. I'm going to open the image up now. Screen recording is going to take forever to do anything. So now what I'm going to do, you saw me editing earlier. I was clicking over here. These are my actions. Just very little, very simple things that I do all the time that take 10 to 20 seconds, but it's way faster, way easier to just have a one-click button do it for me. So the first thing I did was run portraiture. And you can see over here on my action bar, I have that labeled, portraiture. All it does is run my portraiture, which is a plugin for Photoshop. I think it's $1.99 or something like that. These are my settings. I use it to smooth skin and even out some skin tone there. You can see a little bit on her arm. Her skin tone is a little more even. Anyway, so that's going to run that. And then I'm going to select my history brush tool. And my action does that also, so I don't even have to go over here and click that. Opacity 100%. This is a pretty soft brush. I'm going to brush over her eyes. Oh, first you got to select above portraiture if you've done anything else. If you run portraiture and use your history brush and you don't reset where the history brush is pulling from, like say you lighten or darken the image at all, it's going to look crazy. So make sure you select whatever step is right above your portraiture, which I run it first, so I don't ever mess with that. It just takes up too much time. So I'm removing it off the eyes. I'm removing it off mouth, underside of the nose a little bit, and I'm going to remove it off of some of this hair because it's so cute. I like the fine details. You're going to see them in print. And that's it. That's it for portraiture. Now I'm going to zoom in. This is meticulous. I'm going to use my spot healing brush tool, and I'm going to try and remove sweat drops from her lips. You may not see it when you're zoomed out to 16% or whatever you edit in, but I guarantee you, you're going to see all those sweat droplets when you print this image. Well, I say you print this one, but you're not printing my image. It goes for anything, a pimple, the sweat drops, a booger, a drool. Just take a moment, zoom into 100% on somebody's face, and check out if they have anything going on that needs to be removed. I knew when photographing them that there was sweat on their face, and by the end she had sweat on her little chin too. So, and this was a 20-minute session. I mean, we weren't even outside very long. But anyway, I knew she had sweat on her face, so I remembered, I have to zoom in on this to get that. Next, I'm going to sharpen. I run my unsharp mask. Again, I have it as a button. Makes it a lot faster. But since I'm showing you how to do this, I'm going to do it by hand. So I go to Filter, Sharpen, Unsharp Mask. It's already set on my settings that I like. You can mess around with it and do it however you want, but this will show you how much it sharpens. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to do a darkening of the edges. Again, I have created my own little action to do that for me. So all I have to do is one click of a button and it does it for me. I start by duplicating a layer. Command J on a Mac, Control J on a PC. Then I feather a selection to about 250 on this, and keep in mind this is a full frame camera image, so you might feather more or less depending on your resolution of your camera and your image. So that's feathered. Now I'm going to hit Alt, hold down Alt, and click the layer mask. And now I'm going to change my blending mode to multiply. So you can just see that very soft, slight darkening around the edges. And I'm going to take it off, select the layer mask, and I'm going to take it off of them. Layer mask, black, 100% opacity, very, very soft brush, 0% hardness on the brush. Now I'm going to change my colors. You can either click this little arrow here to change your foreground background color, or you can just simply hit X on your keyboard. I'm going to hit a 2 on my keyboard to change the opacity here to 20%. It works for all the numbers. 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, no, you got to do it. Well, anyway. Yep, and I'm just going to brush a little more in just to make them pop a little bit more. Change my brush, take it off, fade it a little more, and then that's it. I'm going to flatten it, and that's it. I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. I will try and get back to you or make another video if you have questions about anything else. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.